Guys, welcome back to Two Homos 100 Thoughts. It's Raciel coming to you from Chicago.
And it's Armando, you guys, coming to you from Dallas. And in this video, it's going to be a little different. We're not really going to recap a show or anything like that. We're going to do a live update. As you guys have noticed, we've kind of not have been posting at our regular schedule, and we've just had a lot going on. So we kind of want to share that with you guys. Since we're so comfortable talking about shows, we're going to talk about us this time.
Yeah, I feel like it's like time. Like, I feel like we talk so much about shows, like we don't really like let you guys into our personal life, but maybe like in this video, it's like it'd be cool to like let you guys know what's been going on, because I've even barely talked to Armando barely in the past 2 weeks because he was like kind of in his deathbed this weekend, and like tell us why.
Yeah, for sure. So one thing that's been going on, and you guys can kind of tell with the schedule we've been uploading, is we both got our COVID shots. Raciel got his dose, and then he was feeling a little wonky, but it wasn't as bad. And like the following week, I got my dose. Then you got your second dose, and you felt like shit. I remember.
Oh my god. Yes, it was terrible. Like I had the worst fever for like a good couple of hours. Like I was at brunch and I was out for brunch and I just felt hot as hell. And I told my boyfriend, like, do I feel warm? Like, or is it like hot? Like I felt cold, but my body was hot. And then he's like, nah, he's like, you're like pretty warm. And like this was like the one time they didn't take my temperature at the door. And I'll be honest with you, if they like took my temperature, they would have turned me away because my ass had a fever. Like it was terrible. And then the next day, I just had like a fever, but then I walked around a little like in the cold and I felt a little better. But I mean, I felt like you got it way worse than I did. So go ahead and tell them what happened with you.
No, for sure. So after my second dose, and again, keep in mind, you guys, that our doses were a week apart. So he got his dose, and then like a week later, I got mine when he was already okay. But after I got mine, like as soon as after, my whole arm just felt heavy. Like I just, like it just felt sore. The whole thing, I couldn't sleep on it. I couldn't really do much. And the best part is my job worked with me, and they let me take the days off. So there was no kind of trouble I got in or anything like that. So shout out to them. But yeah, I just felt really bad, and I didn't go anywhere because of the reason you're saying. Here in Texas, they take your temperature where you go anywhere except to drive through, of course. But I mean, they take to get into anywhere, so I did not want to risk it. I wasn't doing anything. So pretty much again, I was really like I felt really hot, like you're saying. I was pretty much in bed. I would sleep for really long periods of time. For example, I went to sleep one night like around 8, 9-ish, and I didn't wake up the next day around like 11-ish. Like it was, I slept a lot, and when I woke up, I was like my nose was stuffy. I was sneezing a lot, and I was just bad. I got it bad. I had no idea.
Oh, poor thing. I know, like you were barely responding to my text. Like if I was just like trying to get an update on you, and I'm like, this poor thing. Like I knew you were like you got it pretty bad. Like I was even surprised by how bad I got it, because to be honest, like I didn't get COVID at all this past year. Thank God I didn't catch it. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, and I work retail, so I'm like, I thought my ass was gonna get it, but so I was really surprised at how my body reacted to it, because when my boyfriend got his, he was totally fine. Like, yeah, like his arm was sore, but other than that, like he was fine. So when like I was like have died for like it was just a few hours, like I was still out, like I can't keep a bad bitch down, like.
Right.
But I mean, I should have taken the time to relax. But I mean, it was my weekend off. I work retail, so I'm still gonna take advantage of that. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
hmm No, for sure. I got it rough, honestly, and I actually got mine over Mother's Day weekend. I kind of just felt so bad. I didn't really wish anyone a happy Mother's Day. I don't know, getting vaccinated was an experience, and I'm glad I did it. And I hope this vaccine does what they say it does. So, at least I did it for something. But I want to believe in the science, and I did it. That's all that matters.
Period. We are vaccinated. The streets are calling, about to have our hot girl summer. I
Yeah.
mean, at least I am, because I'm ready. I'm ready to hit the streets. I mean, in whatever helps to get everything back to somewhat normal, I'm out here for it. I'm just ready for things to open back up, I'm just ready for life to be how it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, COVID, I'm pretty over COVID, to be honest. I mean, it's brought a lot of experiences, and it didn't really hit me as hard as it hit other people. Because I know there's
Same.
a lot of people who are deeply affected, whether it was work, family, and deaths in the family, stuff like that. Like, it's been tough out here. So we didn't experience it as hard, but we're still doing everything we can to stay safe and keep everyone
Yeah.
safe around us because it benefits other people that we don't get COVID.
Period. And not to be honest, not gonna lie, I'm very lucky that it didn't hit me because, you know, like I have my grandparents still here. They're vaccinated, thank God. So now I can finally visit them, even though, you know, I haven't really visited my grandparents just because my parents are living with them and there's all that drama going on. I've kind of had a falling out with my parents to where I spend Mother's Day alone because me and my mom aren't on the best terms right now. And then, yeah, so it is what it is.
I'm sorry to hear that, Brown. I mean,
It's okay. It's
life
okay. Like,
happens, honestly, and yeah.
what's up?
I said life happens, honestly, and
It happens, and you know, like, I mean, I know we'll be okay, but I mean, there comes a time when I kind of have to put my foot down and just not take any disrespect, whether it comes from my mom or anyone else. And I just feel like my parents and my family have been disrespecting me for a while to where I just like need to like really put my foot down on it and just cut ties with them for a bit because if I don't, they're just gonna keep doing it.
right. And you guys, please do not come for Ricio. I'm about to be a protective co-host and defend you because I know that sounds harsh, but Ricio is like this with everyone, and he's even harder with friends. So when he feels disrespected by friends, it's even worse. So please don't
For
judge,
real.
don't criticize that how he's going about this family issue he's having. I've given him my advice. You know, I don't really mingle in your business like that, but you know, I kind of give you helpful stuff. And so please don't come for my co-host here because he handles it the best he can, and it's
The
worse
best I
for them.
can.
Right. I mean,
I'm a
disrespect
Pisces, so you
it
know.
shouldn't happen to anyone. So basically,
How not? And you know, like I'm a Pisces, so yeah, I got a little extra emotional, a little extra like I love hard, but then when I fight even harder sometimes. So you know, I'm passionate, you know, and I'm like I'm just gonna keep stand up for myself, you know. I like took so much shit for them for a long time, especially my sister. Like I see my relationship with my parents getting better before it gets better with my sister soon. You
mhm,
know, and the thing is my mom still tries to reach out to me. I'll like respond to her briefly, but now it's kind of got to a point where I'm kind of just like,
mhm.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
mean,
is what it is.
it
I
is.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, you know, like we know it's gonna get better, and I think time heals everything, and that time that you guys are spending apart, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna make up for it in the future when you guys have a closer bond, pretty much, you know.
for sure, I just want them to kind of see that what they're doing isn't okay, and they're still like just the other day, me and my mom got into it through text, and she's making it seem still like I'm the one who's disrespectful to her, and I'm like, girl, stop, you know. So we're just still not seeing eye to eye, and until that happens, I don't see it getting better. But I mean, I still have somewhat communication with her just because you know tomorrow's never promised. I don't want to regret not talking to my mom
Right,
and
exactly.
stuff like that. But with my sister, I haven't talked to her in months, and it's gonna stay like that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, sisters can be tough, honestly. Like,
Or a fucking bitch.
I don't know, I'm having my own spat with my sister right now, honestly.
Are you?
To kind of share this with you and I guess with everyone else. And my sister had the need to text me the other day, like, why does my dad have to give you money? And it's like, what money does he give me, first of all? Like, I struggle
So
it
she's
out
just
on
pulling
my
stuff out of
own.
her ass.
Exactly. She's pouring stuff out of her ass. And I know when it comes to my sister, it's more of she has issues at home with her man. So she pretty much, you know, kind of lashes out at who will talk to her. But I feel like when it comes to my sister, that's what be happening. She got issues at home and she creates issues with other people, then she can one up, like, you know, because she can't do that with her husband. She can't do that at home.
Okay, like my sister, she's always bullied me my whole life, and you know, I reached the final straw where I'm like, nah, bitch, like you got me all the way fucked up, you know, like
Mhm.
not this bitch, not no more. So
Well,
I mean, I feel you on that. I'm sorry you're going through that. You see, I didn't know,
yeah.
guys. It's been a while. Like me and Armando haven't caught up.
Exactly. And I'm glad we're having this update with everyone because this is the stuff that happens in our lives and like we get caught up in it and we stop like replying to our texts or stuff like that. And you know, like I
Oh,
know we're
straight up.
still gonna film and see each other, but it's always nice to talk before we do that.
Straight up. I mean, there are times when we do talk off the record, but I mean, maybe this time we decide to be a little more transparent and see if people connect to us and just like be have it on the record a little. Because I mean, a lot of people like go through the same shit, you know. Like no family is perfect. Like I mean, like sometimes if it sounds like the situation with my family's fucked up, but when other people tell me their stories, I'm like, damn, that ain't shit compared. I mean, my family ain't shit compared to that, you know?
Right, exactly. Because I mean, when it comes to your situation, we're not really putting a lot of details out there. And for the record, you guys, I hope Rocio doesn't get mad that I'm sharing this, but we had made like a longer video about like me and Rocio and like the situations that we've been going through, like in family, that never got posted because we didn't really like feel comfortable letting you guys as like that deep. But we never
It
got
was
posted, and it was a lot of family issues that we were talking about also that we kind of wanted to spare, but it's been like a month or months since that happened, and we're still dealing with this shit. So
right. It's
at
been
one
like
point,
two
we just have to
months.
like talk about it and just air it out. I feel like.
For real, it was 2 months, and we both were editing the video, and we're like, I don't know, like, so I edited first, and I sent it to Armando, and Armando, like, he sent me a voice message, like, yeah, I don't feel very comfortable sharing this. I'm like, okay, thank God, because neither do I. So
Right.
there's like that's like one out of like 2 or 3 videos that we have like in a vault that we filmed, and we just decided not to share. Maybe later we'll decide to share it, but
Right.
but for now everything's still so fresh that we don't want to like share things out of emotion and anger. When I was telling everybody the fallout between me and my family, because my family makes it seem like I'm the dramatic one, so I told everybody, I like said the same story over and over because I wanted to see other people's outlook. I'm like, was I wrong? And everyone's like, no, like you just defended yourself, like you stood up for yourself.
Mhm.
And it's not that I never stood up for myself before, but like this time I'm really sticking to it because usually I just let it go and I'm like, it's not worth it. But this time I'm like, nah, you know what? Like, I'm grown. I shouldn't be treated like this. And every
Exactly.
time I tell people about my fallout with my sister, hella people say, I'm not surprised this happens because I was telling my friends from high school. I'm 27 now, so like friends I've had for 15 years, like about what happened. They're like, well, yeah, like I'm not surprised because your sister always talked to you a certain way. She talks to you always with some type of animosity, just disrespectful as hell, humiliating you, just like not a nice person.
Right. And I mean, not to take anything away from her, she's lovely and great. I've met her, but everyone I can't judge what happened to you behind closed doors in your family because she made you feel this type of way, and it's not okay.
Like my family made me feel like they're uncomfortable with me being gay. That's all I'll say. And it turned into a huge argument to where they made it a whole family discussion, and it turned into like 4 people against me, and I walked out, left my parents stranded on vacation. So
It was a
boom,
whole
that's it.
story. It was a whole story. And aside from that,
I mean, we've both just been busy with work. Like I work retail, so my schedule's everywhere. Armando works from home, so his schedule is kind of everywhere as well.
that's kind of another little update that I have with me. Like, I have a job where I'm comfortable in, but at the same time, I feel like I'm boxed. I don't know if you've ever felt like that at a job, Rocio, where you're kind of working and you're working and you feel like you're living the same day twice every single day. And you kind of want to like branch out and do something else, but you have like a certain amount secured. And it's like, it's such a good amount that it's like, it makes you think twice before leaving. So, and it's hard to come across jobs that pay that much or that offer that much from jump, you know what I mean? Like a lot of them, they like lowball you and tell you they're gonna promote you one day or they're gonna give you a raise in 6 months and you'll be cashing out at that point. But that's kind of like where I've been at as well. I've been trying to find other places that'll fit me, but for now, like I'm not at a rough spot, but I have kind of just dealt with work a little bit differently because I have been trying to get something better for me, basically. I've been
Oh
spending.
no, straight up, I agree. Like I feel like obviously in retail, I don't want to be in retail the rest of my life. I feel like a lost soul. I'm just trying to see where I want to be at. So I totally see where you're coming from. Like I said, I don't want to be. I mean, it pays pretty well. Not gonna lie, for a retail job, it pays pretty well compared to like the other places I've worked at. It's pretty good, and the benefits are like actually pretty good. I'm not gonna say what company I work for
Right.
because I'm not representing them on this video,
Exactly.
but I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously, I want more for myself. I just need to figure out what it is that I want. But I mean, just with time, I feel like we'll find it. Like, I'm not upset about where I am, but I feel like I can obviously be doing more.
Right, definitely. That's always in the back of my mind. Like, what are you doing to do more? And getting yourself in a better situation than what you woke up in. So that's kind of like another update with me. That's another thing that I've kind of been dealing with. I've been trying to get better employment basically. And not to say that my current employment is shitty, because it really isn't. I always tell people, if you need a job, I got you, I can hook you up. But because
But
it's
me,
a good place to work, but at the same time, like, you feel boxed in because you make a decent amount, and it's like, well, who else is gonna offer you this? So you feel boxed in, like you can't leave. But I don't know. We'll give you guys another update on that if I ever find something else.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have any other updates. I'm just glad we're both vaccinated finally. I hope things get better with our family, just with time. I feel like things are gonna get better, but I feel like with time, they just need to give me space for a bit. Like I don't wish them anything bad. I just need some space. Like I'm just doing me for right now, It is what it
Sure,
is.
everyone is entitled to their own space, and if you need it, like, no one can take that from you. Basically, like,
Okay.
it's all the space you need all the time, and they'll be there.
No, for sure. I mean, things will be fine with my parents, but with my sister,
Right. I mean, a conversation is needed with wine. They definitely. I mean, she's family. The way I see it is, you don't give up on family. My sister's been so shitty to me before, and I mean,
but that's the thing. Sometimes no one does you more bogus than your own.
exactly. That I can't argue with that, because that's true.
Yeah, I can't keep a bad bitch down and only going up.
Exactly. You can't keep a bad bitch down, but we're not gonna be moping all night here, you guys. I think that pretty much wraps up our update video. That's like what's been causing our posting schedule to be screwed up. And after this, we're gonna try to post more often. And before, we were doing so well. Me and Rasil were always so excited to film and post like 2 or 3 times in a week. And as you guys have seen, we've fallen off to like barely once a week. So we're really gonna pick it up. And as you guys know, this is what we're dealing with, and this is what keeps us from posting. So just work with us. And if you guys are still here watching, thank you guys for checking us out.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll talk to you guys